Alright, time to do something interesting. I am going to take this Vicleary Carfi carrier and play Battle of the Binary Stars with it. Why? Because Carfies have interesting visual effects when you are using them. And its whole configuration is going to get replaced. So, we'll see. Anyways, while we're waiting, turn on that. And just for extra fun, let's see, switch it with this one. Ooh. Yeah, that gives it kind of like a steampunk look. And of course, the whole visual gets applied to this thing.
Thank you for coming.
So pretty. Yeah, let's look at the other underside.
We need our best captains ready.
Yeah, shut up. Very interesting look. Note that you cannot normally get this on Federation ships because this is the KDF version of the Star Trek Discovery shield. And since we have literally nothing better to do while we wait for the briefing to finish, we can stare at the hull. Because, wow. You can definitely see that this really kind of wasn't meant to go on it, because you end up with certain spots where it just kind of like doesn't quite fit properly. And a few spots where just like get nothing. And of course, carrier pets don't get reskinned at all. Now this is interesting because this hull model is clearly not designed for carriers. So when it launches, it just like appears from a random spot in front of the ship. Also, I'm not using anti-proton, I'm actually using Terran Task Force Disruptors. Mixed with, I think, Krieger Wave, and the rear ones are... They're not the standard... Well, okay, one of them is a Nausicaan Disruptor. The other two are the old school plasma-enhanced disruptors. I don't remember what abilities skulls have. I remember them being one of the more interesting fighter options, but I don't remember exactly what they do. They may have a ramming speed ability, but they're not, as far as I remember, one of those fighters that just kills themselves just because. I remember it. Yeah, what this does. Oh. What the? Okay, you can get shot and killed while you're charging up the spore jump. Good to know. Have to remember that in the future. And now they all died. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the T5U version of the Carfi, so it's got a little bit more going for it than the usual one does. Just occurred to me, I'm using the same docks as my previous build, which was a, well, to be honest, it was a relatively similar ship. Since a previous build was a Valve, which has somewhat different seating, but is generally a tactical focused carrier, so while it's somewhat different, it's not radically different. Yay, the program is frozen. Really wish it would mark them on the map. Get the feeling I need to go either here or here. Maybe both. You stop shooting at my skulls. I like my skulls. Fire Will plus attack pattern beta on a carrier is actually great because it actually increases the DPS of your pets. I mean, one of the more well-known things from the old days is having pets use attack pattern beta to increase the player's DPS, but it works the other way too. And also, I am one of those people who uses pilot spec with all the space whale ships, so for me flying a space whale really isn't that big of a deal since I don't have a problem with, oh god, flying a grab well. I'm gonna get core breached on. Anyways, space whales with pilot spec are awesome because they actually turn at a moderate speed instead of a slow speed. Oh, that phase is over. I think I need a core breach. And that was a Universe class ship that was not holographically reskinned. Interesting. I have to say, this extra up close shot of the ship shows you just how much detail there is in the hull. And also there's the fact that if you were to look at the playable version of that, it has the same level of detail, which is awesome. I have to say, this looks really weird with skulls flying around because Well, they look like comets. Angry red comets. Guess I'm using 5 power levels. Apparently it's not actually making a difference. Or at least it's somewhat minor difference. Realistically, if I had power levels tweaked differently, this would be going... Well, I would be doing more damage, but also taking more damage, so you have to weigh your options there. Wow! Someone managed to get the sarcophagus down to 37%. Oh. That knocked it down to 51 really, really fast. Actually, possible someone did chain breach on it. Gravity wells are notorious for that sort of thing. Speaking of which, eat your medicine. No, back here. Silly Takuma. You're gloating while your ship is on fire in the middle of a gravity well. Stop gloating.
Serve as witnesses of Klingon supremacy. To be my herald. We do not desire to know you.
Well, that was fun.
Know our great houses standing as one under Kalish, reborn in me.
I'm an Orion. You get to be sold as a slave. Sorry. We got most of them. This one is really hard, because apparently the Klingons can kill the pods by tractor beaming them before you engage them. I've also heard suggestions that warp core breaches of the Klingon ships can also kill them, which, yeah. I'm not sure which is actually the case, but they can get removed from the board before you actually get a chance to rescue them. Oh well, leave my app. Time to stare at my car fee, as it normally looks, and not that. Yeah, really does look like a metal fish with lots and lots of fins. I have to say though, this is a very, very... It's more cheerful than its default appearance. It's still kind of sort of gothic horror themed though. It's just like the Imperious Overlord sort of gothic horror rather than the eldritch things that are unknowable sort of gothic horror. Alrighty then. Well, I think that's enough for this one. See you guys next time.